There's only one game that I actually care about, and that's the Bills.
College football, this is my bread and butter. This is what I know best. Let's go! That's another cover! What is going on, TikTok? What's up, Twitch? How's it going, everybody? Let's get this thing going. It is Wednesday, my dudes, 11 a.m. It is mostly the afternoon for you guys, but it is 11 a.m. here on the West Coast for me, so we'll still say good morning out here. We already got a few plays going so far. White Sox and Orioles. White Sox bats have woken up thanks to Tuxedo Brian in our club. He's a Chicago guy, and he decided to talk about how trash the White Sox looked in the first inning, and now they have 7 runs on the board. So, Brian, man, you just helped your boys out big time, man. That was funny. Besides that, a little action in my hometown of Philadelphia. 2-2 game going into the bottom of the 4th with the Angels-Phils. 0-0 game in the bottom of the 4th, Guardians-Twins. We got a free play coming up in Padres-Cardinals at 11:15 in the morning. It's a busy day so far. It's a busy little morning, man. We got potential for a couple overs this morning. Daily Gym Talk, thank you, man. I appreciate you tuning in when you're in the gym. Gibson's doing awful. Yeah, I mean, Cease had a pretty troubling first inning. Looked a lot better in the second inning. But Gibson, man, he's just getting rocked right now. Orioles went up 4-0. For those of you guys who missed it, Orioles went up 4-0 in the bottom of the first. The White Sox have since tacked on 7 runs in the second and third innings. Cease is still on the mound. He recovered well. Nice 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second. He continues to work in the bottom of the third. 3-1 count now. 3-2 count now. Against the 2-hitter for the Orioles. You guys on Twitch, let me know who's dialing in on Twitch. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Double tap that screen, man. Let's get going. Let's get this thing rolling. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, man? We got 2 plays already rolling in the pro Discord. We have 1 play about to roll in the free Discord. If you're in it, you already have the free play. If you're not, jump on in, grab that free play. Let's get this thing going. This is an MLB day, a lot of MLB talk today. We're also going to preview some of the NFL. College football coming up tomorrow. We're going to talk a little college football tomorrow as well. But yeah, we're going to preview a little bit of NFL. Obviously nothing this weekend, but we have it next weekend, and we'll start talking about the NFL schedule. We did our fantasy draft last night, and we're all set, man. We got a great team in that fantasy league, especially for a 14-team league. I'd be happy with it, honestly, for a 12-team league. And I'm very happy with it for a 14-team league. Let's transition in there. And bam, you guys can look at my NFL scoreboard. Getting closer to premiums? Yeah, we are. We're getting closer to the big stuff, man. Getting closer to the big games. It's almost time. It's almost time. But for now, we still have to struggle with baseball for a little while. Over 8.5 was so. Yeah. Kyle Gibson really choked that thing away, man. That over was free money. That was easy. The Orioles game is already nuts. Dylan Cease giving up 4 in the first inning. Kyle Gibson giving up 7 in the next 2 innings. It's just crazy. Cubs, Milwaukee. So we were talking yesterday about how the total was at 6.5. And when it's that low, usually there's a reason it's that low, and that's because there were 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight in, and today it's about the same, winds blowing straight in between the Brewers and the Cubs. The over is not the play in this game, even though we could see home runs in this thing, but it would be very, very unlikely. What just happened? Is that a home run? I think that right there is cash money. First hit of the day, Orioles. Team total over 4.5. Easy, simple money. Cash it, baby. Woo! Pro Channel's eating. That is my 4th win in my last 4 plays. My 6th win in my last 6 plays. Am I just never going to lose again? Maybe. It's possible. There's a possibility. But we just cashed the Orioles team total over 4.5. Easy, simple money in Baltimore today. Let's go. Am I going to have a free play later? We have a free play already right now in the in the free channel. So if you're in the free channel, grab that free play, and we'll see how these first 2 plays go. But we're 1 of 2 right now. We're waiting for the other one to cash. And man, this is just simple money right now. I was 3 for 3 yesterday. I'm 1 for 1 already today. I love this. Chris thank you for dropping the Discord link, man. That Discord link is approved by me. I was actually dealt by me. So that Me6 link that Chris has, jump into that free Discord, man. Grab the free plays and grab the pro plays, man. That's where all the money really is. Easy, simple, cash money. We love it. Cash us out, baby. Let's go. That was funny. I looked back. I was like, why is the why is the screen on the outfield, on the bleachers? That should be a pretty good thing. 7-5, baby. And now we're just going to watch this total just keep going up. It's kind of crazy. All right, so we got that one already. Phillies, Angels are in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies got 1 on, 1 out after Rojas lines out to center. So they're in the bottom of the lineup because Stubbs is now up. We're in the bottom of the lineup, but we have 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies, obviously, my hometown team. Guardians, Twins staying under right now in the bottom of the 4th. End of the 4th, we're going to the 5th at a 0-0 ball game. We do have in 5 minutes, if you're not in the free Discord, our free play starts in 5 minutes. So jump in and grab that if you're not in it already. If you are and you don't have it yet, run over to the free plays channel in the free Discord. Go grab it. Let's go. Do I like Houston today? Do I like the Rays today? Let's see. Houston against the Red Sox. What happened last night? I didn't pay attention to that game. I only paid attention to all 3 games that I won. Red Sox lost 6-2 to Houston. Okay. So Red Sox are trying to avoid a sweep here. That's very interesting. Framber Valdez on the road against Cutter Crawford. I would give the Orioles. I would give the Red Sox a little bit of benefit of the doubt here. Obviously not. Trying to not get swept. But at the same time, I don't love Valdez on the road. I love Cutter in this spot. Red Sox in a, not do or die, but Red Sox in a tight spot with Framber Valdez on the road. I don't hate it. I don't hate the Sox in this spot. But I don't think it's my favorite play of the day. I have a couple other favorites later today. You took Orioles -1.5, then they let up 7 runs in the next 2 innings. Yeah. That'll happen. That'll happen for you. That's why you just take the team totals. That's why you take the pro bet, cash in the pros, man. You'd already be 1 unit cheaper, 1.5 units, 2 units, whatever you took. You'd already be a little bit richer if you just jump in the pro channel and take that bet. D Lane, welcome on into the free Discord. Love to see you. Welcome to the club. Do I like the Rays today? Let's see. The line has been moving toward the Rays, which I do like. I don't know what the pitching matchup is, though, to be honest. Zach Eflin on the road against Jesus Luzardo. I will probably back Luzardo slightly in this spot at home. I don't love what the Marlins offense has shown me in these last few games, so I'll probably stay away from the Marlins today. I don't know if the Rays, again, are my favorite play of the day, but I'd probably lean the Rays just from where the money's going. You called the A's yesterday? Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Wait, what happened in that game yesterday? I did not pay attention to games outside of my wins. A's won 3-1 over the Mariners. So were there people in here telling me to stop smoking and stop saying that, the A's money line was a good pick at +250? And then I told you guys that, it's a good system to play the +250s. When you have a -300, you take the underdog. It's a good system. And then some guy was like, hey, stop smoking. You're an idiot. +250 cash yesterday. Am I smug? I feel smug. How do you feel about the Dodgers and the Braves today? Let's see. Was it you, Andy? Hey, man, I respect you for standing up and saying it. That's funny. I'm telling you, it's a good system. It's a profitable system. When's the Padres game start? 2 minutes. 2 minutes away. Brewers money line over the Cubs. I am not touching that game, man. 14-mile-an-hour winds straight in. I do like the pitching matchup, but this thing is way too even. I can't pick a side. If you twist my arm, give me the Brewers, but it's not the best angle to play today, man. I got to say it's not. So Darius Vines, which is the first name I have ever read or said that name. He was called up Monday, available in relief for a couple days. After he wasn't needed out of the bullpen, he's officially been tapped for Wednesday's start in what will be his major league debut. He had a shoulder injury last year, pitched well at AAA this year. 2.86 ERA, 25-11 strikeout walk ratio over 28 innings. That's good. Kyle Wright is who he's in for. Okay. So you got a rookie coming in, making his first start in Colorado. Not a great spot to make his first start. But I will say this. He's got a great offense behind him. The total is up to 13.5 because of it. I understand it. Freeland on the mound opposite him. I mean, if you want to take the Braves in a parlay, go for it. I don't trust the Rockies offense to do a ton today. 13.5 seems way too high. Yesterday, I will say this. Yesterday in the pros, John took the under in that game, and that one cashed easily. That was quite simple. So I don't hate the under again today at 13.5. I just don't know what to expect out of this kid Vines. Really good strikeout to walk ratio. Great numbers from AAA. Facing a weaker Rockies offense. Not the best ballpark to make your debut in, but a good team to make your debut against. So he will probably, I expect him to go, coming off a shoulder injury, making his first ever start. I expect four, maybe 5 innings out of him, which would be a good debut. I probably am going to stay away from it today, even on parlays. What was my 2-teamer yesterday? Phillies and Orioles yesterday. That hit easily. I'm probably going to stay away from him on my 2-teamer today. Again, I do those 2-teamers in the club Discord. If you guys are in the free Discord, great. If not, the link's in my bio. I do the 2-teamers later in the day in those as well. Braves money line with an alternate under 15.5 gives you plus money. It scares me a little bit. Ryan Pepiot against Brandon Pfaadt today. Meanwhile, in the Dodgers-Diamondbacks game. So I will say this. Ryan Pepiot, a guy who I know personally. I've interviewed him before. Used to cover him when he was in AAA, or rather AA Tulsa. Really good kid, really talented pitcher. This Dodgers organization is just filthy with with starting pitching. Ryan Pepiot, a guy I expect to be in the rotation for a long time. He's a really good pitcher. Diamondbacks got some runs on Kershaw yesterday. Or no, they got some runs a couple days ago. Only got 1 run off yesterday. I think this is potentially another shutout, like 4 or 5 inning shutout for Ryan Pepiot. They're kind of working with his pitch count right now, and he's only going 4 and 5 innings in his last 2 starts, respectively, against the Guardians and the Marlins. So I'm going to back Pepiot today. If you want to take the Dodgers in any facet, I'm fine with it. Just try to find a way that there's not too much exposure. Brandon Pfaadt on the other side, a guy who has been a fade target a couple times this year. I don't love fading him consistently because I don't think his ERA is indicative of how good of a pitcher he actually can be. His whip suggests his ERA should be in the 4 range. It's around 6. So his ERA will be coming back down. The Phillies just ground to a double play. They had 2 on, 1 out. And they probably just grounded into a double play to end the inning. It's 2-2, that score remains. But I don't think Pfaadt is as much of a fade target as some people will say he is. But I will still take Pepiot against him 10 times out of 10. So give me Ryan over Brandon today, and just try to find a way that there's not going to be too much exposure. Can we have 2 home run picks? So my first was going to be Luis Robert Jr., but he already homered, so we got to find another for you guys. I'll find another for you guys, but a couple of my home run props are already playing right now. Do I like Texas today? The Rangers, that line has flown towards them. I don't think there's a ton of value anymore in it. I think there was a lot of value this morning when it was like -110, -120, and then it just flew to -155. So I think you had a chance to grab closing line value this morning. I don't think there's a ton of value right now. By the way, Coors Field plus 32% expected home runs today, plus 29% expected overall runs. So that means winds blowing right out in Coors Field. Fenway Park could be a spot we could see home runs today. CBP already going off. So let's look in Fenway or Coors. Same as yesterday, just take one of the Rockies guys to hit a home run, whichever you want. Just take one of them to hit a home run. I trust you guys to make a decent pick. Kyle Schwarber, our amazing leadoff hitter. Why is he batting leadoff? He is not a good leadoff hitter. Grounds into a double play with runners on first and third and 1 out. I don't know why he is a leadoff hitter. Trey Turner has been hitting so much better. Get Schwarber out of the leadoff role. He's hitting 180 this year. He does not deserve to be a leadoff hitter. I can't stand it. Rob Thompson, man, great baseball mind, great dude. I got mutual friends with him who all vouch for him, all love him. But man, he makes some dumb decisions sometimes, and including keeping Kyle Schwarber in the one spot. All right, let's look at Astros Red Sox for some home runs today. Framber Valdez against Cutter Crawford. You know what? Why don't we take? I was about to say Rafa Devers has had a pretty good. He's had a pretty good, history against him. Duvall as well. If you want to take Devers or Duvall to homer today, I'm great with either of them. I think both of them can homer today. I like the wind in Fenway today. You're going against you have guys who have been successful this season against Valdez. I'll take Duvall to homer. It's the 183 batting average. Yeah, that's the reason he's hitting first. It's insane. Let's see. Do I like the Yankees today? Who do the Yankees got today? This is not a team you want to bet. You want to back right now. Are they already playing? Oh, Yankees Tigers. Why is that game so high up? That's weird. Garrett Cole against undecided. Okay, we're going to go with a Detroit bullpen game against Garrett Cole. Yeah, it's probably the Yankees today. They made you sweat the last couple days. It's probably an under game as well. You're probably fine with an under, but not a ton of value in it today. You got Tigers plus 1.5 today. Yeah, this is probably going to be a tighter game, probably a closer game today. By the way, guys, if you guys are in the pros and in here, we're going to be doing our giveaway announcement again soon. For those guys who don't know, the guys in the pros, we do a giveaway every single month where we basically do a $5,000 vacation out here in Las Vegas. We fly at random one of the guys in the pros out here. We usually go to a UFC event, maybe a Raiders game, Knights game, whatever's going on in town. Dream Gamblers weekend, and if there's some money left over, we'll give you some, like $1,000 or something to place on a bet that weekend. That's what we did when we flew Mike out here. We went to the Raiders game, and then we watched college football, and we had a big college football day, and we gave him $1,000 to make a bet on college football, and he tossed it on a 3-unit play and went home with $2,000. So it was it was a nice little weekend for those guys. We had Sweeney come out here. We went to a UFC event and a Knights game. We just flew a few guys out here. We had Brian. And we had Brian and Binks out here. Last time we went to a UFC event, did a big, gamblers weekend, went out drinking, got absolutely hammered. It was a blast. And we've been getting, suites at the Rampart every time someone comes out for one of these giveaways. It's a dream. It's the best way to do it. We had Zim Blake come out here. And they got put up in the suites and all that. Zim stayed with us, and then Blake went to the suites, and it was an awesome deal, man. It was a lot of fun. And that was when Brent came out here too. A lot of B's. So if your name starts with a B, you probably have a better chance of winning. But it's been awesome, man. These giveaways are awesome. So if you guys are in the pros, we're going to be doing a giveaway again soon. If you're not, you can get a buy one get one free week in the pros that covers you through the first week of NFL and covers you through the next 2 weeks of college football. So that's reason to get in the pros. Brian, Binks, Blake, Lewis. That's right. Lewis won the last one. They went to Salt Lake City for that one. That was a cool one too. But yeah, if you guys are in the club and you want a chance at that free $5,000 vacation, jump in the pros, grab that buy one get one free, and win a trip to Vegas. Why not? We do what we can. Padres take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first, 2 on, 1 out against Michaelis and the Cardinals. Top of the first in the Brewers Cubs. Brewers have 1 on, no outs. All right, let's get people back in here. Let's talk some college football tomorrow. I want to talk some college football for tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. Florida, Utah, that line has sunk toward Florida. This line has moved aggressively toward Florida. And to be honest, my opinion has shifted as well. I'm going to be looking at where this line has gone, but after looking at after looking at the moves that Florida's made in the transfer portal, after seeing the guys that Utah's lost and has not made back up for, Florida seems like, as an underdog, it's not a bad pick in this game. I kind of like Florida in this matchup. It's not my favorite matchup by far. My favorite matchup is going to be a low FBS matchup that I guarantee you a lot of people on this app aren't going to be talking about. I'll be talking about that more tomorrow on my live. But that being said, 3 wins last week in just 6 games. What was it, a 6-game slate, 6 or 7-game slate? We rattled off 3 wins last week, 2 of them 3 units. College football is when we eat, boys. I can't wait. Talk about the Penn State game. Dance monkey, of course. Cam Rising is him. If Cam Rising plays, great, but he might not play. Penn State. Who do these mothers have? Where's this game? Penn State, West Virginia, a West Virginia team that can really jump up and bite you. Penn State favored by 21. I'll still take them. I'll lay the points because I don't like West Virginia's defense, but their offense is something that can absolutely cover. So if you trust the Penn State offense, go for it. I expect Cam Rising to not play tomorrow, but we'll see. That'll be a game time announcement. I expect this Penn State offense to be fine against West Virginia's defense tomorrow. But West Virginia team that is, pretty dangerous at home, is prone to giving up some big points on the road. Penn State can cover the 21, but it depends how well their defense is ready for this game. Because West Virginia's offense can come out and get you. I mean, this is not the West Virginia's offense when Geno Smith was playing there, but this is still a dangerous West Virginia offense that can put up some serious points, and 21 is not an easy spread to cover week 1 of college football. I still think Coach Franklin will have Penn State ready, and that's one of the most important things is how ready your coach has you for week 1. That's why with some of these lower schools, like last week, week 0, it was, Jacksonville State and UTEP ended as a really low game and a lot of points left on the board a lot of points left on the field because they just weren't ready. The coaches just aren't good. The teams were not ready for week 1 college football. And so a lot of times what I'll look for is, all right, who has those veteran coaches that are going to be ready for week 1 of college football. Penn State, Coach Franklin will absolutely be ready for week 1. I don't know if West Virginia's defense is going to be ready, but their offense is dangerous. Cam, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking Penn State in the points. It's definitely not my favorite game on Saturday. I have a couple favorites on Saturday that you guys in the pros will get. If you guys do want, it's a massive slate on Saturday. I will be up early Saturday morning, and I will give you a few plays probably from every area and every time slot. So morning, afternoon, and late, we'll probably have a couple plays in each of them. If you guys are in the pros, you'll get all of them. TCU, I don't know if TCU covers, man. I don't know what's going to happen with Colorado. I will not be betting that game. Logan, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate you. How about Rutgers being favored over Northwestern? Well, Northwestern's really bad this year. Rutgers can probably get their win week 1, but let's remember, Northwestern has not won in the United States for years. Yeah, they have not won in the U.S. for years. You live Morgantown, rumor has it they switched to an option offense with Donaldson and Green. I wouldn't be surprised. They ran a sort of option. It wasn't really an option, but they did run a lot of RPOs against, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State last year. And those are 2 big wins that they had against Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. So going to an option offense is interesting. I don't know if, going to a full option offense is the best thing to do, but it would be interesting. If that's the rumors around Morgantown, I'm excited to see it. PJ, it's the 5th inning. It's a long game. You'll be fine. What do you think about Cam Rising in Utah tomorrow night? I think Cam Rising is going to be on the bench injured, and I think Utah is going to lose against Florida because they cannot play against SEC teams, man. Utah to lose against Florida tomorrow might be my hot take, but Utah's just lost way too many guys on the offensive line, running back room, offensive receiving weapons, and I don't think that Rising is going to play tomorrow. Who is that? DJ Group, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, man. Dude, I got you, dude. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow. And I don't hate Florida tomorrow. But we'll see. I'll have a play on it. I am licking my chops at some of these games, though, man. Nebraska, Minnesota 7-point favorites. Dude, I think Nebraska's going to be fine this year. I think they're going to be okay. 4-2 Angels right now. I'm great with that. I'm fine with it. Phillies will come back. If what do you call? I was just saying earlier in this, if you guys missed it, if Kyle Schwarber was any decent ball player whatsoever, he would be okay with being in the one spot. But there's no reason he should be leading this team off. Doesn't make any sense. You should bet on when Drake drops his album, dude. I don't know anything about Drake, man. I know what they put in big booty mixes. That's it. Fifth inning, man, long game. Huskers just lost their transfer tight end. Yeah, it's tough, but I don't think that's going to make or break this team. I think a full season, and I'm looking at this. I think Rule is going to be fine. I just don't know if it's going to really kick in week one. Losing Frost and going to Rule. That is kind of crazy. 6th coach in 26 seasons since Tom Osborne retired, and then they went 5-7 a couple years ago with Scott Frost, and that was their best record in 5 years. That's insane. So now you get Matt Rule, who I believe in a lot more. I don't know if he's going to have him ready for week one in Minnesota, but man, this is tough. It's tough to. It's tough to say how he's going to make the transition back to college and, back to Nebraska, and if he's really going to have these guys ready. But I don't know if I'm going to bet that game, man. I just don't know how Nebraska's going to come out with Matt Rule. But because he is a good college coach. He, didn't make the transition to the NFL, and that happens. Some good college coaches are just not ready for the NFL. But if he really has these guys going, he's a really good college coach, and he can turn this program around. Missed the fantasy draft last night. Is there somewhere to see how it went? Yeah, just ask in the Discord. I'll send you guys a screenshot. But yeah, just go ahead, jump in the Discord, and ask for the screenshot of the team. But it's a 14-team league, and I love it. I love the team. I'd like it for a 12-team league, to be honest. Yeah, who said that? What's the Discord? The Discord link is in my bio. You got to go to the beacons in my bio, and it'll say free Discord. Just press and hold that, and jump into the Discord. And I'll get you guys that screenshot of the fantasy team. I got you, man. Thanks for jumping in. Who said it? Yeah, DJ Group, I agree with you. Nebraska's going to be pretty – I think they're going to be fine with Matt Rule. I still think he's a really good college coach, and I think he could turn the tides in that entire program because they need it. Think Corum rushes for 3+. Honestly, maybe. They're gonna want to. They're gonna want to highlight him from day one. Let me see what the odds are on it. Who is Michigan playing week one? I don't know who Michigan's playing week one. That's kind of sad. Let's see. ECU? Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll get 3. He'll probably get 3 in the first half. You could even see Donovan Edwards rush for 3+. That's the only concern I have is that they'll get hawked. But this total's at 51.5, and the line is Michigan -36. This thing could go over just for Michigan. Michigan could score 50 themselves. Thank you for dropping the Discord link, guys. I appreciate you. Let's see. Is it 5-2 now? I'm fine with it, man. Phillies will tie this thing up. We're in the 5th. We had a chance to get 5 in the bottom of the 4th, but, Kyle Schwarber didn't feel like being a one-hitter. Yeah, hop in. Let's make some money. I'll give you guys a shout-out every time. Every time someone hops in the Discord, I'll give them a shout-out for sure. Where's the Twitch? Here it is. Okay, Lewis, what's going on? Throw the Phillies game on. I can't, man. It's in market, so it's blacked out, but it's not on TV. MLB.com is so stupid sometimes. Side note, can Steelers go undefeated versus AFC North teams? $5 to pay $600. Dude, I don't know. I think they'll split against the Ravens this year. Chris, you got a favorite college football this year? Who we riding every week? That I will share with the pros. I can't share that secret on here. I will share that with the pro channel. You guys will see. Unfortunately, I will be a little more secretive when it comes to college football than I will when it comes to baseball, just because I do a lot more research with college football and I win a lot more with college football. And those guys pay good money to win with us. So, yeah, man, ask it in the pro channel. I got you, man. Ask it in the pro channel, and you'll figure out week in and week out who we're going to start riding. And he's riding with USC. I do love those USC team totals, man. But that's not like so. Like last year, it was Tulane. Last year it was Tulane where we were just playing. All these Tulane team totals because the books just didn't catch up with them, and they kept cashing for us. And there are a couple other teams offensively who I really like this year, and I don't think the books are going to catch up with us for a while. So I think we're going to be playing. We're going to be getting some big money on these teams for the next couple months. You'll do 2 units on Corum and 2 on the over for Michigan. I don't hate the over in that Michigan game, man. I think Michigan can get to 50 by themselves. I don't hate it. You're always riding with Michigan? It's Kreb. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, man. So you're in. You're locked in, man. That's where you're from? Gotcha. Where in Michigan? Where about? You from that Lansing area? Ann Arbor? I know like 5 cities in Michigan. That doesn't make any sense. There we go. I was about to say. What's going on with this free play? We got runner on third, 2 away in the bottom of the 1st, and end of the 1st. Cardinals do not score the runner on third, do not get a hit in the 1st inning. It's 1-0 going to the 2nd. By Lansing. Nice. Bottom of the 5th, the Twins got bases loaded, 2 away. Oh, boy. All right, let's look ahead to these baseball games later today. Nats and Blue Jays, probably staying away from this again. A lot of injuries with the Blue Jays offense. I'm staying away from these guys for the most part. Patrick Corbin, a lot of people are going to be fading the Nationals today, but a minus 250 Blue Jays doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We saw what happened yesterday. Nationals winning 5-4. Toronto's going to be a massive favorite because it is Corbin. I don't think it's a good idea to play Toronto today. Honestly, Nationals on the money line might not be a terrible value play today. I think I don't hate it. Reds and Giants. Let's look at this game real fast. Hunter Green back on the mound against Logan Webb after the Reds almost got no hit yesterday, and then there was a 2-out double to break the no-hitter and the shutout. That one was brought to you by my buddy Jeremy, who jinxed the crap out of him. 2 outs, he says, come on, Cobb, finish this thing off. Immediate 2-run double. I don't feel bad for the Giants. They got an easy win. All right, so we got Hunter Green, who's gotten lit up in his last couple games, as you guys have seen me mindlessly highlighting that on Twitch, against Logan Webb, who I like almost as much as Alex Cobb, but I like Cobb a lot, just a little bit better. But Logan Webb has gotten lit up by the Braves last couple times. He's due for a good outing. Bottom 5th is at 5-3. Phillies got 1 on, 1 out in a 5-3 ball game, and Bryson Stott's up. Honestly, Bryson Stott, I will say this, one of the best walk-up songs in the MLB. It's a great stadium walk-up song. Do you see lines for MU, KU, or Kansas State? Is MU Missouri? Is that who you're asking for? All right. I got Arkansas State. Let's see. Kansas State don't have a line yet. That's against SEMO, though. You're not going to see it yet. Let's see, Missouri. No, I don't see lines for any of them yet. That's interesting. Yurfie or Nerfie on Dodgers D-backs. Usually, if I'm questioning if it's a Yurfie or Nerfie, I'll stay away from it. But I would just take. I'm going to stay away from it because I think the Dodgers can get a run in the first, but I don't think the Diamondbacks will against Pepiot, so I'm staying away from it. If you want a Yurfie, Braves Rockies is going to be too expensive. Let's find one for you guys. Who do the Rangers have on the mound? Because that could be one. I just don't love these offenses right now. Dane Dunning against Reyes. I'm staying away from that. I don't like that one. Headed to Colorado this weekend. We all went to those schools, so I was hoping to bet on them. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll get you a line for him. I'll get you a line as we get close to the weekend. Astros Yurfie. What do we have? Framber Valdez and Cutter Crawford? I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I don't know. Does Mookie hit another home run? I do like Mookie to homer today. I do like that. Astros haven't seen a ton of Cutter Crawford. Red Sox, a few of these guys have seen Framber earlier this year. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that play at all. Crib, not a bad play, dude. That one came from Twitch, if you guys are in the Twitch chat. We have 49 followers. We're almost at 50, man. I just want one more follower on Twitch. Yeah, I don't see any lines on those yet, but we'll talk about them as we get closer. It's just I miss these college football slates because they're so massive, and they're so. I quote the Great Gatsby a lot when I talk about these. I love bigger slates. They're so intimate because I could just find those plays that I really 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 love. I find a lot of plays that I like, but then I find a lot that I love, and I get to hammer those when we have bigger slates like this. The week one is a little difficult, finding lines with crazy stuff like this. But by the way, Washington Boise State. I've been talking about Boise State covering the 14.5. It is now down to 14. I might grab it before it goes to 13.5. I don't hate Boise State covering this 14 against Washington, and I think Penix can win the Heisman. I think he's not going to. I think he will come in third behind Caleb Williams, and I think enough guys will want to be quirky and vote for Marvin Harrison Jr. But I think Caleb Williams is going to win it as a runaway. I think Penix is going to come in third, and I would like Drake May to come in fourth, but I don't know what's going to happen because they lost their offensive coordinator. Where did he go? I forget where he went. Let's see. Where did he go? E, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Got to figure out how the QB situation stay pound below. Look, you love Riley from Duke for Heisman. Duke's gonna be a hard out again this year, man. Who's their first game? Because I was looking at this first game. Yeah, Duke and Clemson. Clemson's favored by 13, and the total's 55.5. That game is going to be on Monday, the 4th. Dude, I'm not saying that Clemson is in danger of losing that game, but I'm saying the under is in danger and Clemson is in danger of not covering. Because I think Duke's offense is going to take it to them, and they are no pushover. There's a reason ESPN wanted this one for prime time for the kickoff series. I do like the over, Big Ken. I like the over a lot in that game. That's right. Phil Longo's at Wisconsin now. And they've got Buffalo, Wisconsin by 28. So here's the funny thing. Buffalo, really fun offense to watch last year. Really good rushing offense, actually. Wisconsin is going to turn into an air raid offense this year. This is going to be a fun team to watch, and I really, 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 I really like Wisconsin in this spot. I don't know if I love them by 28, but this is going to be a fun game to watch for the over, potentially. Do I like the Rockies tonight? Nah, I'm going to stay away from them. I just don't know anything about this Braves pitcher. I just don't know much about him. I've seen his stats from AAA, but I haven't watched any film or anything on the kid. If I see some film later on him and I can really dig into what he did in AAA, maybe I'll make a play on it, but I'll probably leave it alone. What team do I like tonight to smash the ball? I mean, you got to go with the Braves, right? Braves in Colorado. The new clock rule scares me on some of these overs. Yeah, so here's the thing. I go both ways on it because, you have the new clock rule where, for those of you who are wondering, the new clock rule is in college football, the clock used to stop after a first down. It used to pause, let them set the chains, and now now the clock keeps going. And I think it's going to encourage a little bit more of a faster offense. It's going to encourage fewer. What do you call it? It's going to encourage fewer personnel changes from third to first down, which is going to make defenses more tired. So while it will speed up the game and it will, could lead to fewer overs, at the same time, it could lead to, teams making defenses more tired, fewer personnel changes, and having more home run balls and having more broken plays. So I think it's a give and take, but I think overall it shouldn't affect overs too much. What's going on in this Phillies game? What do we miss? 5-3 now in the top of the sixth. Phillies got one run in the bottom of the fifth and then left a runner stranded. Is that what happened? Let's see. Do we have a lot of people joining right now? What's going on? PJ the Locksmith, welcome on in. Yeah, you guys are joining at the right time, man. This is the best time to join. I know college football like the back of my hand, and I mean, John knows it even better than I do. He's been betting it for years. NFL, too. I mean, John is so sharp at NFL. I do a lot of NFL myself, and I know NFL really well. I've been watching it all my life. I've been covering it for years, but I just love college football because it's just such a deep sport to be able to dive into. So Stock grounded into a fielder's choice, and Alec Boehm on the first pitch lined out to shortstop. His fielding is terrible, but his hitting is even worse sometimes. Hail Mary every play. I love it. What's the Padres game looking like? What do we got right now in this Padres game? Let's see. Padres up 2-0 in the top of the second, 2 on, 2 out. Phillies, Orioles both come back and win. I would love to see that. Two big favorites this morning too. I'd love to see the Phillies come back and win. Obviously, I'm a Phillies fan, but the Orioles embarrassing the White Sox would just be hilarious. Just be a very White Sox thing to do. Thank God we have football. Brent, you're absolutely right. Thank God we have football, man. It's back. The summers are rough, but man, we are just so cash when it comes to football. We can get this thing back. Let's see. Who do we got coming up? We had Alec Boehm just lineups. That means we should be getting to the middle end of the lineup. Yeah, we got Marsh, Rojas, and Stubbs coming up, which I don't hate. I don't hate the end of this lineup. I don't love Stubbs. I don't like the days when he's catching. Obviously, I take Real Muto, but Marsh and Rojas as 8-9 hitters, I'm fine with. If you have, I think it should be Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber at 4, Bryson Stott, Alec Boehm, and then JT Real Muto, Brandon Marsh, and Rojas. And I think that's how the Phillies lineup goes if we get to the playoffs, I'm fine with it. How do you decide team total is better play than the game over under? Great question. Some of that is a secret. Some of that I'll keep to myself, but I will tell you, just so you guys can, learn the methodology a little bit. A lot of times it comes down to, do we think the other team is going to score? Do we think, especially if a team is outmatched, if there's a large spread, do we think the spread is going to come down, if it's going to be really close and come down to the wire? Or do we think, if we think the spread is going to be really close, but we don't think the other team is really going to help us get to that total, then we'll take a team total. In this USC, this past week, we took a USC 3 unit. I ended up putting, what did I put on it? 4 units? I put 4 units on it. This past week, we had a USC team total because Alex Grinch's defense give up a lot of points. So you had the risk. You had potential for San Jose State to just drop a dud, but there was a risk that they were going to get a bunch of points and cover, or also get the over. But because there was that question on the other side, and we knew USC was going to score, we just went with USC instead. It was a really high team total, and I do not suggest consistently going with team totals of 47.5 or more, but it was one of the times we knew it was going to happen, and we just hammered it. So there's a lot that goes into it, but that's basically it. Nothing like tailgating on Saturdays, man. Every Saturday, I will be here on Twitch, and I will have a beer in my hand, and I'll be watching the games. Dude, anytime, man. Anytime. I want to help you guys get better. I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I do want to help you guys. But yeah, man, any Saturday with a beer in my hand is a good Saturday. I used to, as some of you guys know, I used to spend every Saturday in Norman, Oklahoma, sweating my you-know-what off. I used to spend every Saturday in Norman or Stillwater on the field, and it just gets so hot down there. And it was a blast. I loved it. I love being on the field, but I would much rather be tailgating in front of a TV or in a box or, field side seats, at least have a beer on me. If I was doing my job and I could have a beer in my other hand, I would have loved it. But, being sidelined on those games, reporting on the games was a blast. But it was so hot. It was so tough. I will take Saturdays with a beer in my hand any day. I am in Vegas, Big Can. Yeah, I moved from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Vegas. I felt like going with the collar today. I didn't want to go with the jerseys today. I've lost a couple of my jerseys. I don't know where my Brian Dawkins jersey is. I have to find that before we get to the football season. Vegas is hot too, but here's the thing: I don't have to be outside. I have to be inside in the AC. We actually had the AC blasting so much this morning that we had to turn it off. It's a beautiful thing. So I don't have to be outside. Plus, I will say this: I've been in both of these, so I can speak from experience. I will take 120 degrees in Vegas over 100 degrees in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the middle of August. Any day. In Tulsa, it gets up to about 80 to 90% humidity, and you walk outside, you start sweating, and you feel like you just walked into a shower. It's terrible. In Vegas, you feel like you just stepped into an oven. It's not a lot better, but I will still take it any day over the humidity. 68 degrees in Michigan. I don't miss the winters. That's the only thing. I lived in Buffalo, too. I don't miss the winters. I went to Syracuse and lived in Buffalo. Need the Brewers to come back. It's second inning. It's the second inning. You got a long time. It's a long game, boys. Phillies have one error, and that's the difference, man. That's brutal. Need St. Louis to stop the bleeding. They did. We're going to the middle of the second. All right, let's get Michaelis back on the mound, man. Let's get him into this thing. You'll take winter or over crazy heat any day. I used to. I love winter, man. It's a great. I love the snow, and I kind of do miss the snow sometimes. But man, I do not miss the Buffalo winters. I don't miss the Syracuse winters. I did 5 years, maybe 6, 5 years of all that. Don't miss it. I'll take the heat. You like Pirates tonight to hit the ball? Let's see. Over the Royals? Let's see. I want to let you know I'm never letting go. All right, Zerpa on the mound against Andre Jackson. It feels like it should be runs. We got 9 yesterday. Pirates looking for the sweep over Kansas City. That Royals offense has disappeared, man. I think Pittsburgh hits it well tonight, but, man, I just don't trust their offense consistently away from home. I'm going to stay away from it. That is true. You can layer up for the cold. The only thing is, man, when you're outside, and that's the thing, too. I think that if I was in a job where I wasn't outside all winter, I might have tolerated it a little bit more. But when the snow would fall, I had to be outside, First snowfall of the year, every year in Buffalo. When the rain would turn to freezing rain to turn to snow, I had to be outside in the rain waiting for it to turn to snow. It was brutal. It was terrible. And I think if I had a job that wasn't like that I wasn't outside all the time in the snow, I think I'd like it a little bit better. Dude, I just want college football tomorrow. I just want to wake up tomorrow and know it's a college football day and crack a beer for breakfast. That's all I want. Do you like any Dodgers hitters today? We talked about Mookie earlier. Give me Mookie. Do something today. My two-teamer will be in the Discord, by the way. If you guys are in the free Discord, just ask for the two-teamer. I'll give you guys that one later. But yeah, the two-teamer will be in there. Brandon Marsh drawing a 3-2 walk. Nice. That's what a meteorologist has to do. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a meteorologist. Nikki's entire family calls me a weather boy. I'm not a meteorologist. I was a news reporter, and the weather was news, man. Come on. Yeah, don't bet on a guy every day. Like, it's even how good Mookie is, you're pushing your luck betting on him every day. But there's nothing wrong with betting on a hot streak, though. Good game tomorrow with Utah and Florida. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think I already have an edge in that game. That might be a free play. We'll see. We'll see how nicely the guys in the free Discord ask. Casey Quinn going after me, calling me a meteorologist. Man, that's funny. 0-2 to who's up now? Did Stott draw the walk or did Marsh draw the walk? Rojas is up. Okay, so Marsh drew the walk. Now we got Rojas up. I would love a little 2-run home run by Rojas right here to tie it up. Andrew, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate you. Guys, if you aren't in the Discord already, Discord's free, and we do free plays every single day in it, and that's where the heat is, guys. So would love for you to jump into the free Discord with the link in my bio if you're not in already. Freddie Freeman's cold right now. Yeah, I'm staying away from him, man. I stay away from most of the props, to be honest. I play a lot of my lines, especially in baseball, because it's just such a weird sport, and you only have 4 chances to hit it. I usually just stay away from the props in baseball. But I love giving them out, and apparently, we're pretty good at them, so we hit them pretty well. So I'll keep giving them out, but do I ever do that? I don't know what that is, Big Can, but I don't know if I want to respond to that. Free Discord, yeah. Free Discord links in my bio. Just jump to the bio, and you have to press and hold the free Discord link sometimes. But it is free. Hot dog. I don't know what the hot dog challenge is, and unless you explain it to me, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know if that's a trap or not. Do I have a power play? We got a free play today. We'll see the leprechaun say yeah. We got a free play out today. My power play today was Orioles team total over 4.5. That hit easily. I'm so confused. TikTok about getting hot dogs. Dude, I don't remember that one. It must have been a while ago. Whatever the Glizzy challenge is, though, if you guys lay it out to me, I'll do it. Player props because you're from Cali. Oh, grab BetUS. BetUS works in California. I got an affiliation with BetUS, so. All you have to do is, if you go to my bio and go to the link that says BetUS, all you have to do is use that link and you get 125% deposit bonus, and it works in California. So that's what I suggest to people in California, Texas, those states that don't really have it. Massachusetts for a while before they just got it. I mean, BetUS is the way to do it. You just commented on the video. I'll go check it out. Stubbs single to right, Marsh to second. We go to the top of the lineup, 2 on, 1 out. Let's do it. What's the score of the O's game? Top 6, 7-5, White Sox. 1 on, no outs in the top of the 6th. Yeah, Andrew, if you grab that BetUS. Also, by the way, Andrew, if you grab that BetUS and you get that 125% deposit bonus by grabbing it, I'll give you a free week in the pros. I'll give you a free week in the pro channel on here. So, all up to you. Is Schwarber back up with 2 on, 1 out? Let's see if he can redeem himself a little bit. I really wish I could watch this game. I would love to be able to watch it, but I just have to watch it on ESPN right now. Do you have to deposit? Yeah, you do, because that's the only way. That's the deal we made. That's how you get the free bonus. But it's an idea, man. Hey, jump into the free Discord, make some money on those free plays, and go grab BetUS and grab a free week in the pros, and build that bankroll. It's all about steady growth, man. If you got the money to gamble, you got the money to win. That's what I like to say. Just got to be smart with it. Pull the lever, Kronk. All right, 1 and 2. Schwarber, I would love a little double off the wall here. Do something that you didn't do last time. He might strike out just because I said that, but I would love Schwarber to do something productive here for once. Let's see. Let's see what he can do. 2 on, no out, by the way, in the top of the 6th for the White Sox. 7-5 lead still. We go to the 3rd inning, 3-0 Padres. Cubs have taken a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd. We're on to the top of the 3rd. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out looking. What a surprise. Dude, get this dude out of the top spot, man. It's, as a Phillies fan, man, it's so frustrating. Kyle Schwarber hitting 1. It doesn't make any sense to me. I can't stand that he hits 1. He's not a good hitter. He's not a good one. He's not a smart hitter. He was called out, low and away, easily in the strike zone, and he probably complained about it. All right, Trey. Let's keep this thing going, man. Let's stay hot, Trey. Let's get a couple runs here and tie this thing up. Rangers team total over 4.5. I'm scared of it, man. I don't love that team total. Their offense just hasn't been there. I will say that the money and the line is flying toward the Rangers and the over if you want to take it. But their offense just hasn't been there. I mean, they've hit it a couple times. They've hit that number a couple times on this road trip, but it's just not consistent right now, so I'm staying away from it. You have a lot of righties coming out of the bullpen for the what do you call it? You have a lot of righties coming out of the bullpen for the Mets today. All right, y'all. That clock on the wall says 12 o'clock, so I'm going to jump into the Discord, sweat this free play out with you guys. Thank you for jumping in. If you're not in the free Discord already, winners every single day, a chance to get into the free pro channel, or a chance for free to get into the pro channel if you do that BetUS deposit as a reminder. Let's get this thing going, man. This is going to be a big day. We swept yesterday. We're 1 for 1 already today. Let's sweat out the rest of these games. Let's win some money today. Good to see you guys. I'll see you in the Discord. All right, you guys on Twitch. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys in the pros know who our teams are going to be for college football this year. And if you don't, you'll figure them out real fast. I'm not giving those secrets away. That's just for you guys. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Let's have a big day. Let's keep it going.
There's only one game that I actually care about, and that's the Bills.
College football, this is my bread and butter. This is what I know best. Let's go. That's another cover.